Hello everyone, welcome to day 5, and today I want to talk about what we've gone over this week and how to put everything together. So over the last 4 days we've gone over environment, stress, exercise, and food and how they all impact your sleep. So for the environment we went over the temperature, the light, the noise, the air quality, and all the different things that you can change in your environment to help you sleep. And we talked a little bit about that blue light in devices and how that really will impact your sleep. We also talked about stress and how stress can impact your sleep, and lack of sleep also impacts stress. And we talked about how stress really impacts all those hormones that help you sleep. We also talked about some strategies on how to relax yourself, get out of that sympathetic stress state, and help calm your racing mind. We talked about exercise and how exercise, just like stress, increased exercise helps you sleep, and better sleep improves your performance. So you really have to focus on sleep and exercise, sleep and stress to get the most benefit. And we talked about how exercise also helps your hormones and helps your body get into that parasympathetic state, and how exercise also helps you ease into sleep, and if you do it at the right times of day. We also talked about food. Food can really impact your sleep as well, especially when you look at the times of day you eat and the things you put in your body, and look at the times such as don't drink alcohol, caffeine, or lots of fluids right before you go to bed. Also, don't eat right before you go to bed unless you really need to, and try a high protein, fat, low carb little snack. And also how to start off your day, the first third of your day, also eating a low carb diet as well. Now I wanted to talk about creating an action plan and kind of what that action plan might look like for a day to get better sleep at night. So getting better sleep starts in the morning by getting your cortisol up, and that cortisol will wake you up, but the best way to get your cortisol up is to get that natural light. Once you get that natural light in, your cortisol will start to produce, and it will create a natural rhythm, and your body will know to produce cortisol in the morning. So every morning, be consistent, get natural light in, that cortisol will rise. You can take advantage of that cortisol rise and get your exercise in the morning. If you want, get a full exercise in. If not, even 5 to 10 minutes of a brisk walk, yoga, weights, just anything in the morning, just to get take use of that cortisol rising in your body. And it will also create that routine in your body to help get that cortisol going. Also eat in order to make sure you kind of balance your insulin levels, you want to eat a low carb breakfast in the morning, not a real sugary breakfast. So low in carbs, low in sugar, and that's a good way to kind of get your insulin kind of more stable during the day. And also the morning is a great time to do a stress reducing activity like meditation, stretching, yoga. Some of these things you can do together, like get up in the morning, get some natural light, do some meditation. You might want to use your yoga for your exercise, and go have a low carb breakfast before you start the day, and then go out again and make sure you get a little bit more light before, if you're going out, if you're walking to work or school, or just getting in your car, that's another good time to get some light in. Now in the afternoon is another good time to start thinking about, what can you do to improve your sleep at night. And one of the big things you can do is get more light. You want to get more light throughout the day. So if you have a lunch break, or you have an opportunity to get outside during the day, try to go outside and get more light. You would also want to stop drinking caffeine at some point in the late afternoon, because that might be impacting your sleep at night. And if you didn't do exercise in the morning, afternoon, late afternoon, early evening is the best time to try to get some exercise in. Just anything you want to get in. And just remember, a couple times a week, try to get some weights in. But whenever you're doing the exercise, make sure you talk to your physician first. And then in the evening, there are a bunch of things you want to do to start getting yourself ready to go to sleep. So first thing is stop drinking alcohol close to bedtime. You also want to stop drinking caffeine close to bedtime. You don't want to eat too late because that will disturb your sleep if your body's still digesting food when you're trying to sleep. The one thing I didn't talk about earlier was journal. I recommend journaling as a way to ease that racing mind. So you can kind of put everything down for your day. It can be a to-do list for the next day. It can be things that were bothering you this past day. But journaling is a great thing that people suggest doing. I personally do not suggest doing it right before bedtime. I journal right before dinner or right after dinner because I think that kind of quiets my mind, settles my day. If I journal too close to bedtime, getting all those thoughts kind of gets my mind going again. So I kind of don't like doing it too close to bedtime. But some people like doing it that time. So find out what works best for you. But just be mindful if journaling kind of makes you anxious and gets your mind going, just do it earlier in the day. So in the evening, turn down the temperature. We talked about that on the first day. And then dim the lights. So turn down the temperature early enough so that your room that you're sleeping in will actually be at the right temperature when you go to sleep. Dim the lights to kind of start getting your body ready for sleep, which means the cortisol can start going down and your melatonin can start producing. If you need to, eat a light snack before bedtime, but make sure it's something that's low in carbs, like something with more protein and fat, but no carbs or sugary things right before bed. You should also stop drinking liquids early enough in the evening so you're not constantly waking up, having to go to the bathroom. And then start your bedtime routine. What you want to make sure is you have a consistent bedtime routine. So first determine how long your bedtime routine takes. It could be an hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is. Just try to be, for the most part, consistent on when you start your bedtime routine. You want to make sure you do something relaxing as part of the bedtime routine. Anything that you personally find relaxing, meditation, essential oils, drink chamomile tea, massage, stretching, yoga, anything that you find relaxing to help you start to get into that calm parasympathetic state. You also want to make sure you turn off your blue light devices, your TV, your tablets, your phones, your computers. You want to either turn them off, and if you can't turn them off, try to either use blue light blocking glasses or an app on the device that blocks the blue light, or there are also filters available to stop the blue light from getting to your eyes. You also want to make sure the room is really dark, so you might want to try blackout curtains, eye mask, or just putting tape over the lights. And then you want to also make sure you get the rest of that environment right. You want to reduce the noise machine, music are good things to use. You want to make sure your comfort level is good quality mattress, cooling sheets, comfortable blanket, and also make sure the air quality in the room is good. You can use plants, air purifiers, fans, things like that to help the air quality in your room. Now I have gotten several emails about what brands to use, what products to use for different types of things. I've gotten questions on chamomile tea, essential oils, any good meditation apps. I think I mentioned the Calm app for that one. I've also gotten questions about eye masks, blackout curtains, noise machines, air purifiers, mattresses, bedding, the chili pad, and lots of different things. So what I'm going to do is I'll put together a list of all the different things that I use and that I know other people use, and I'll send that out later in the week. So if anyone has any other specific questions about their action plans or questions about products or what to do, email me and I'll try to incorporate that in the list as well that I'll send out later in the week. So I hope everyone has been able to find some things that they can put into action that will have an impact on their sleep. And if anyone, like I just said earlier, if you have any questions or if you think you have any more severe issues with sleep, please contact your physician. But if you have any specific questions about your sleep or sleep for a baby or child, just email me. Oh, and the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a different video that talks about some of the things I've talked already about babies and sleep, and add a few more things to help with babies and sleep. And I'm going to put that in a separate video and send that out next week to everyone. So hope this was useful, and please email me if you have any questions.